Welcome to the deep dive. For decades, the way we navigate the digital world, it's felt remarkably consistent, hasn't it?
Totally. You open a web browser, type something in the bar.
Exactly, that URL bar, the display window, that's basically been our window to the internet since, what, the early 90s?
Pretty much unchanged, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're really standing right on the edge of a pretty significant shift now.
With AI.
Exactly. These recent jumps in artificial intelligence are starting to reshape that whole familiar experience. We're starting to hear about the AI browser, or maybe a better term is the agentic browser.
Agentic browser, okay? And that's exactly what we're digging into today. We want to unpack what these things actually are.
Yeah, who's building them? What's it like to actually use one?
And crucially, where is all this tech really heading? What's the bigger picture?
Okay, let's unpack this.
So maybe start by contrasting, the old way versus the new way. We all use Chrome, Safari, Edge. They're essentially gateways, right? They display content.
Right, you tell them where to go, they fetch the info. Simple.
But these new AI versions, they're promising something. Well, fundamentally different. Almost a new paradigm.
That's the claim.
Hmm.
And it's not just about adding a clever feature onto Chrome. The real difference is this deeply embedded intelligence.
So the AI isn't just a button you click sometimes.
No, it's meant to be woven in, into every layer.
Yeah.
Providing context, support, and this is acting on your behalf.
Acting, like doing things for you.
Yeah, think about summarizing a super long article automatically, or handling simple tasks, maybe even guessing what you need next.
And that must tie into personalization too. Because browsers already know so much about us.
Oh, absolutely. That's the other huge part.
Right.
Your browser holds this treasure trove, right?
Yeah.
Your habits, history, preferences.
Very amount sometimes.
Yeah. But embed AI right into that environment.
Yeah.
It becomes this incredibly powerful tool for tailoring your whole digital experience, making it more intuitive, way more efficient.
Okay, so the big shift for you listening is moving from a browser that just serves info
Passively, yeah.
to an active AI assistant that kind of anticipates what you need, helps automate stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Automating those routine web things that, let's be honest, eat up a lot of time currently.
Right, getting things done with less hassle because your browser is more proactive, that's the pitch.
That's the core idea, yeah. Less effort, more flow.
So, okay, potential disruption here. Who's jumping in? Who are the early players in this AI browser space?
It's an interesting mix right now. You've got Perplexity. They've launched their Comet browser.
Okay.
Microsoft is definitely in the game. They've been integrating AI features quite aggressively into Edge.
We've seen that.
And then there's the browser company, the Arc browser folks. They're working on something codenamed DIA, which sounds very focused on AI for organization and tasks.
Interesting.
And then there are pretty strong rumors about OpenAI getting into this space with their own browser, too.
OpenAI, okay. But who's missing?
Well, what's fascinating here is Google Chrome, the 800-pound gorilla, right? They're conspicuously quiet on the dedicated AI browser front, publicly at least.
Which is weird because they dominate the market and they have all this AI investment. Gemini, the AI search summaries.
Exactly. They're putting AI in search, but not apparently releasing a full Google AI browser yet.
So speculation time? Are they holding back? Waiting to leapfrog everyone? Or just being more cautious?
Hard to say. Maybe waiting for the tech to mature, or maybe they have a different strategy entirely. But it feels almost inevitable they'll make a move eventually. For now, though, they're kind of on the sidelines in this specific race.
Okay, let's get practical then. You mentioned our sources detailed a week-long experiment, right? With Perplexity's comment.
Yeah, they really put it through its paces.
So what was it actually like? What were the good parts?
Well, the positives were pretty compelling, according to them. Automated summaries sounded like a huge win.
Less reading time.
Massively less. Imagine needing to understand, say, 20 different articles on a topic. Instead of hours reading, the AI synthesizes the core points in minutes. It really shifts how you engage with information, gets you to the big picture faster.
Okay, I can see that being useful. What else?
They also like the integrated assistance, how it streamlined workflows.
Meaning?
Like finding the best shopping deals by checking your email history, maybe summarizing a YouTube video you have open, all within the browser itself, not jumping between apps.
Ah, okay. Keeping it all in one place.
Yeah. And the simplified productivity stuff, automatically unsubscribing from spam, managing subscriptions, apparently took a lot of the tediousness out of those little tasks.
Removing friction.
Exactly. And finally, the context-aware search. Because it could look at your open tabs, maybe even Google Docs you had open, your recent history, The answers it gave were just smarter, more relevant to what you were actually doing.
Here's where it gets really interesting. It's using my immediate digital context, my current workflow.
That's the idea. It understands your active intent, not just the words you type in the search box, which is powerful.
But there's always a but. What were the downsides? The limitations?
Right. So despite all that, the experiment also highlighted some pretty big drawbacks. The main one, a lack of truly breakthrough use cases.
Meaning the cool features weren't essential.
Kind of.
Yeah.
When they really broke it down, a lot of the tasks, while slicker with the AI, could still be done with existing tools, maybe required an extra step or two, like, copy-pasting a URL into ChatGPT for a summary.
So convenience, but not revolution.
That seemed to be the feeling. And the experience often felt a bit redundant.
Oh, so.
Well, aside from the AI bells and whistles, the core browser still felt a lot like Chrome or Edge. You still had to log back into all your services, set things up again.
The switching cost.
Exactly. Which led to this sort of transient novelty effect. The initial excitement wore off.
And then what happened?
They found themselves kind of drifting back, using specialized AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini when they needed heavy-duty AI research or writing help.
And sticking with good old Chrome for just browsing, watching videos, leisure stuff.
Pretty much. Which this raises an important question. Are these AI browsers truly revolutionary right now, or are they more like incremental improvements? Nice to haves that don't quite justify ditching your main browser yet.
That's a really key distinction.
Yeah.
And it makes you think about the bigger ideas floating around, like this difference between an agentic model and an assistant model.
Yeah, there's a clear philosophical line emerging there. The true agentic model, the dream scenario for some, that envisions AI not just understanding you, but autonomously carrying out complex, multi-step actions across the web for you, like a digital proxy handling a whole task from start to finish.
Wow, okay, so not just summarizing, but maybe booking a whole trip based on a request.
Potentially, yeah. Whereas the assistant model, which is closer to what these current AI browsers seem to be, that's more about enhancing the browser experience we already know, making it easier, smarter, sure, but not fundamentally reinventing that core interaction. It helps you browse better. It doesn't browse for you necessarily.
Got it. Assistant versus agent. And looking even further out, what about the form factor? Are we stuck with browser windows forever?
Well, the writers discussing this make some pretty bold predictions. They see a near future where maybe our main digital interaction moves beyond browsers and screens altogether.
Whoa, like what?
Think voice-activated AI or multimodal AI using voice, maybe gestures, vision embedded in things like earbuds, or maybe dedicated little ambient devices.
So you just talk to your AI assistant and it does stuff on the web for you without you looking at a screen.
That's the potential future they sketch out, where traditional browsers might even become kind of obsolete because these AI agents handle everything contextually, blurring the lines. The browser as an app disappears.
That's a mind-bending thought. But okay, bringing it back to today, even if they aren't fully agentic yet, what are some current practical use cases for these AI browsers that someone might find useful now?
Okay, concrete examples today. Personalized travel guides popping up while you're planning a trip based on your searches.
Handy.
Automated email management, much smarter spam filtering, maybe finally getting rid of all those newsletters you never open.
Yes, please.
For creators, maybe content idea generation, scanning YouTube or LinkedIn profiles relevant to your niche, pulling out trends.
Okay.
And just better organization of all those tabs we have open. The AI understanding you're working on Project X and grouping related tabs and info together contextually.
That tab organization sounds appealing, definitely.
It does. But again, the author's perspective was clear. None of these, while useful, felt like a revolutionary leap. They're slicker versions of things we kind of already do or could kludge together.
Iterative improvements, not groundbreaking shifts yet.
Exactly. And, if we connect this to the bigger picture, what does this actually mean for your future interaction with technology? Are you, the listener, ready to just talk to an AI and have it handle your web tasks without you even opening a browser window?
So boiling it down, the main critique seems to be that current AI browsers feel a bit like Chrome, but with a fancy AI extension bolted on. Is that fair?
That's pretty much the sentiment expressed.
Yeah.
Useful, convenient, especially for certain tasks, but not transforming the fundamental way we interact with the web. Not yet, anyway.
Still feels like browsing.
Right. They see it as an intermediary step, a bridge, which is why they mentioned being really keen for an upcoming interview with Perplexity's CEO.
To ask them why invest so heavily in this bridge.
Exactly. To probe that rationale, why build this potentially temporary step rather than aiming straight for the more radical agentic future or whatever comes next? It's a valid question.
So what does this all mean for you, our listener? What's the final takeaway from this deep dive?
I think it's that while these AI browsers definitely offer some genuine convenience, especially if you do a lot of research writing or just feel overwhelmed by information, the real end game, the ultimate destination for digital interaction, that seems to lie beyond the browser itself.
Towards those autonomous agents we talked about.
Yeah, towards fully autonomous, maybe multimodal agents that could completely dissolve the boundaries we currently see between navigating the web, getting work done, and just having a personal assistant, making the tech almost invisible.
Okay, so we've journeyed through the emerging world of AI browsers. We've seen they offer some pretty impressive features, undeniable convenience and spots.
Definitely some cool tech.
But they might just be an important stepping stone rather than the final destination on this road.
That seems to be the current consensus, yeah. Which leads us to a final, maybe provocative thought for you to ponder.
Go on.
If this future of digital interaction does move beyond screens, beyond visible browsers, towards an AI agent that just anticipates your needs, acts for you through voice, or maybe ambient devices, what does that actually mean?
For
For your privacy, for your digital autonomy. How do you even define being online if you're not actively clicking or typing in a browser? What control do you really have?
Wow. Yeah, those are some deep questions. Definitely something to think about.
Absolutely food for thought.
Indeed. We encourage you to mull those over and think about what parts of this evolving digital future excite you or maybe give you pause.